Matsumura Sayuri, one of the most iconic members of Nogizaka 46's first generation, has just opened a new chapter in her life. She's announced her marriage, and not just that, she's also expecting her first child. For many fans, this news comes as a moment of joy, a moment of nostalgia, because Sayuri isn't alone. She's part of a growing wave. Former first-gen members like Nanase Nishino, Kazumi Takayama, and Nojo Ami are also getting married. It feels as though the generation that once captivated millions on stage and screen is now quietly but resolutely moving into a new phase: adulthood, family, and perhaps a different kind of happiness. Let's rewind a little. Nanase Nishino, whose graceful presence and talent turned her into one of the defining faces of Nogizaka's early years, announced her marriage earlier. Many remember her as a model, actress, and beloved former idol, someone who, after graduating, successfully transitioned into acting and modeling. Now, married, she stands as a symbol of what many former idols eventually seek: normalcy, stability, and personal fulfillment beyond show business. Then there's Kazumi Takayama. Known for her husky voice and calm presence, she stood out even within the crowded lineups of Nogizaka 46. She too has tied the knot and publicly embraced this new path. For longtime followers, these announcements might bring a bittersweet sense of time passing. The idols many once rallied behind, who poured their energy into music and performance, are now stepping away from that youthful spotlight and turning toward private life. Now comes the biggest news: Sayuri Matsumura. Sayuringo, as fans affectionately call her, brought energy, charm, and a kind of wild innocence to the group's early configurations. Watching her grow, change, and now become a soon-to-be mother tugs at the hearts of many. For fans who saw her on the stage hitting center positions, dancing, smiling, dreaming, this is a sign that life moves on. Her announcement resonates not only because it marks a personal milestone, but because it reflects a larger shift. The first generation of idols we cheered for is entering maturity. This wave of marriages also invites a deeper reflection about the life cycle of idols. Being an idol, especially in a high-profile group like Nogizaka 46, often means dedicating your youth, your early adulthood, to public expectations, performances, music, image, fan engagement. But those years are finite, and as these former idols age out of what we call idol prime, many choose to pursue something more personal: marriage, family, a life away from constant spotlight. For some fans, that transition may bring disappointment or sadness. They may feel the end of an era. But for others, it is a natural, even hopeful progression, a reminder that idols are human, with their own dreams, their own desires beyond stage and screen. Watching these developments, one senses a subtle pattern. Perhaps many from that first generation felt a similar urge around the same time: to settle down before getting too old, to find stability, perhaps to embrace themselves beyond the idol label. The timing might feel sudden to outsiders, but to them, it could be a considered decision, shaped by years of experience, of growth, of moving from teenager idols to adult humans. For fandom culture, this shift may signal a new kind of relationship between fans and idols. No longer are idols just entertainment fixtures, they become people with families, responsibilities, and lives beyond the public gaze. That may mean some loss of idol fantasy, but it could also bring a different kind of respect for their choices, for their growth, for their right to personal happiness. In the end, this marriage rush among Nogizaka's first generation feels symbolic. It's a farewell to youthful idolhood and an embrace of life beyond the stage. For Nanase, Kazumi, Nojo, and now Sayuri, congrats on this new journey. We, the fans, may always remember your songs, your performances, your youthful energy, but we also hope that whatever comes next brings you peace, love, and fulfillment.